Hey guys, and welcome to UC Davis Casting. I'm AlphaFerg, and I'm bringing you a special game today. It's been a while since I just casted stuff for fun, not for the Union Settlement Cup, so I'm going to be bringing you a special game today. So let's get into the game. Here we go. So it's going to be Tbeezy, UC Davis's Tbeezy. Of course, what a great player. He's just taking a summer break right now, and he is getting some laddering in to stay fresh, getting ready for Season 6. It's going to be good. So, he's playing against RooTTone. TT1, of course, is a very well-known player. He's been around, like, forever, and he is back on Team Root. And this should be a very interesting TVP. Both of these players very good. I mean, just taking a look at the APM. TT1 is already up at 425. That man's keyboard is, like, screaming, help me. It's like, that's how you torture a keyboard, man. Meanwhile, Tbeezy, of course, not a sham. You can play Grandmaster at 120 if you want to. You just have to make the right decisions, but all that APM definitely helps, especially look at how his SCVs are clumped up right here. Look at this. That's very interesting stuff. You can see it's very economical. They're not wasting any time. 2 per mineral patch. That's 8 right there. And then he's just rallying all of his extra ones to these free mineral patches on the side. When you already have your SCVs lined up like this, you don't have to worry about getting those kind of mining pairs getting done. Meanwhile, TT1, his are spread out. He's not using his 400 APM very efficiently, but that's okay. So let's see what these players are trying to do. It looks like Tbeezy has thrown down a very standard kind of Wallen procedure here with the racks, and there is the gateway. So very standard stuff right now. This could be 1 base, it could be 2 base, it could be cheesy, it could go anywhere from here. So we'll see exactly where they go. In fact, even the scouts are passing almost exactly halfway across the map. So these players are actually playing extremely close to one another. See how it goes. It looks like TT1 is throwing down an assimilator at the standard timing. You want to get this assimilator down so when you throw down the cyber core, you have exactly 50 minerals or 50 gas. So you can get that stuff. Of course, not using the assimilator. Because you don't need to when you're TT1. There's the cyber core. Oh, so he throws down the cyber core, then 2 probes and gas. I guess will get you 50 by the time this thing finishes. In the meantime, just being a little boss, we're denying mining on this, just kind of throwing players off. You can see it kind of messes a little bit with stuff. It's like every little edge you can get at this point in the game because you can't do very much. But in the meantime, it looks like 2 probes are chasing off this SCV. TT1 really doesn't want Tbeezy seeing what's going on. In fact, it looks like TT1 is trying to get down this Nexus, and Tbeezy is just going to try to get a last scout, see what's going on. He sees the 2 in gas. There's the Nexus should be going down soon. It looks like he started warp gate technology a little bit prematurely, but here we go. The Nexus will be thrown down right now. There it is. And Tbeezy already actually has a command center very well on the way, so he'll be totally fine. What he's going to do now is start to defend. He did not scout this Nexus, so he's not quite sure that anything's there, so he needs to make sure to defend against some sort of like hidden 4 gate or something like that. Of course, that's not on the way. It's only 1 gate. Chrono boosting out. This 1 stalker, I think there should be a zealot on the field when I get the buttons right. No, this is the first army unit for TT1. And Tim's just going to play kind of defensively right now. He's going to macro up a little bit, but not too heavy. He's not going to throw down another command center because he doesn't want to put that much gas down. But he is going to start having to make some decisions. He's almost up to that 100 gas, and that's kind of when Terran makes their first call. It looks like he's spending it on the factory. There it is. So the factory going down. And getting that double mule production is always very useful. Meanwhile, back in TT1's base, throwing down a couple more gateways. That's totally fine. Looks like Chrono Boost is going to be completed exactly about the time these gateways finish, so very well timed there. And Tbeezy is just going to hold this off for a bit. And here comes kind of that first push, just seeing what's going on, confirming that, yes, oh no, he's taking a little bit of life damage there, and he loses about half his health. That's kind of poor control there. You should pull back as soon as you see the bunker. But TT1 now has a very firm scout. He sees that there is a command center. And he maybe went in on purpose there just to make sure that there was. It's not kind of a... You put a bunker here and then you build a ton of army back here instead of expanding. So there finally is that command center. It looks like Tbeezy did indeed scout this Nexus. That was weird. Graphical bug there. But it looks like there's going to be a tech lab and a starport, so this could be some sort of Banshee build. Or maybe he's just transitioning to mech in a weird place. No, it's definitely going to be a Banshee. And then the command center will be able to set up for an expand. So Banshees at this point in the game should be very nice. Looks like TT1 is getting a little greedy, throwing down a Nexus, but with this Stalker here, he can kind of see when there's scouting coming out. He knows when he needs to build an army, and you can see he's preparing a lot of sentries right now. And at the same time, it looks like he hasn't really teched up at all, but he does have an... oh, geez, does he have a income lead? He has 12 more Harvesters, 13 there at the last second. And so this Banshee is going to have to do damage for Tbeezy to be able to keep up, because when this Nexus finishes, TT1 will be able to pretty much instantly remax upon it. You can see TT1 throwing down a Twilight Council there, so he'll be able to get some of that good stuff. Where is my sound? It's barely there. So I'll turn it up for the next cast. So this is going pretty standard right now. The Banshee is almost done here. No chance for scouting it yet. No robo to get those observers out on the field. And now just kind of poking out, seeing what's going on. He's spotting the Stalker. He'll be able to chase it away. But TT1 looks like he's going to try to challenge and take away some of the health of these Marines. Of course, there he is. I'm going to turn up the volume, actually. I'm really sorry, guys. Sound 20. That should be good. Make noise. Damn it. Okay. Well, we'll make sure that's good later. Here comes the first Banshee. Looks like there is definitely Cloak on the field, and actually, there's no Forge. There's no Robo. This is going to be crazy. Without detection at all, this Banshee is going to be practically uncounterable. Cloak should finish in 1 second. There we go. And now this Banshee has free range. There's no detection. He threw down 4 gateways. But no Robo and no Forge just yet. There's the Forge finally. You can see the Cloak. Oh my gosh, these poor sentries. There's 100 gas gone. And there is 200 gas gone. And oh my gosh, it's going to start... I mean, just taking out these sentries is huge. 3 sentries gone. The 4th one is being targeted down. They're being 4-shot. I didn't realize Banshees did so much darn damage to sentries. But this is actually just crazy because that's so much gas. And he sees the Forge. He's going to target down another sentry. There's no sentries left. There are 0 sentries left. And he's going to be able to target these down. It looks like there's the first cannons, but this Banshee is almost out of light. Almost out of, excuse me, energy. So he'll just sit there, and it looks like he's going to try to get out. Oh no, the Banshee's... Oh, there's another Banshee, actually. This Banshee has 8 kills. This one has another 3. Let's take a look at the workers killed. 7 workers killed in total right now. And he's even long-distance mining right now with these probes. He got attacked there with that second Banshee. And both Banshees get out with their lives. So that was extremely efficient for Tbeezy. He used that opportunity to get his expand here. And now he is starting to tech up. He'll switch back into... medevac, and he'll probably get maybe a siege tank to defend if he chooses to. No, he's just going to scout with it. That's okay too. So he's going to go into pretty heavy bio right now. You can see he's starting to build that Marine Marauder. He has all these upgrades going on. Stim pack going down. He has +1 armor. +1 armor and weapons finishing. He has combat shields going on. So Tbeezy is looking pretty set right now. Without those sentries, you don't really want to push a bio army until you have like Colossus or something. So TT1 is just not in a position where he can push just yet, though he does have all of these gateways, and that's basically going to be what he does. Oh my gosh, he's throwing down more photon cannons. Every single photon cannon is such a mineral investment that is not going to help, because the Banshees are not going to attack. They're just hanging out over here, and it looks like Tbeezy is just getting set up on his 3-base economy. So let's look at the Harvester count. Tbeezy is of course still behind, about 15, but he does have 4 mules right now. There's a 4th mule. Oh, he must have over-saved energy at a time, but that's okay. Oh no, 3 mule. Oh, there, died. But Tbeezy should be able to catch up, because this is about how much probes you want on 3 bases, and RooTTone needs to decide whether he's going to expand or if he's going to tech up. And look at this. He's getting Storm, he's getting Templar, he's getting the Robo facility. So this is going to be a Storm game, buddies. This is going to be very exciting. Storm has been increasingly useful in the last month or so in TVP, and I'm very excited to see how it goes. But Tim is just reading it perfectly. He's already got his Ghost Academy down, and he's getting those ghosts. Those EMPs are oh so useful. In addition to being able to snipe those Templar, this should be a very interesting transition. And both players are pretty even on income. So this game is very close right now. Both players are just trying to get a little bit of edge. You can see all these barracks are producing at a very good speed. +2/+2 going down for Tbeezy, of course. With that such a late forge, you can see he's just +1 weapons right now for TT1's army, and he'll need actually to kind of focus. And why is that grayed out? That's very weird, because that just completed ground weapons level 1. Is my interface bugged? There must be a second forge. That's very strange. I don't know what's going on. TT1 though is moving for a push right now. You can see he's moving out with his entire army, and that's a big army right there. And Storm has completed, so this is the attack. Tbeezy is going to have to read this right and get down some very good EMPs, and then he'll be able to stim and do a ton of damage. But this push is coming. Both players are pretty even on economy. And where will TT1 move in? Does Tim have any idea this is coming? He hasn't quite scouted. He has just scouted that expand. But there's pylons all over the map here. And he's trying to attack these rocks right now. Tim sees the army. And this is actually pretty darn scary. My FPS is dropping below 10. Sorry, guys. I need to fix my settings or something. So there's the stim. You can see huge EMPs going down on the army, but the Storm is forcing all those bio units back. It's very even right now, but here he's trying to move out as well. It looks like RooTTone is moving up towards the third to attack from there. And Tbeezy is going to come around and heal up his army. They took a lot of damage from that stim and Storm combo, but here comes the second push in. He's getting these Zealots in position, but the bio is actually doing quite a lot of damage. These Cloaked Banshees, oh, a huge Storm! Doing so much damage to these bio units. You see, look at how low on health they are. He's going to be careful. He loses so many Templar right there, though. And now this army is trying to move out, but it's actually taking a lot of damage. It's dropping in supply. Tim is actually staying even on supply despite his units being very low in health. And he is cleaning up actually a lot right now. He is chasing out this Protoss army. I think he has secured his base, but there's a pylon right here in his back door. In the meantime, this Nexus is completing here at the 4th. Tbeezy is going to want to... Oh, this push is still happening. Oh my gosh. The bio has somehow been depleted. That low health has finally caught up with Tim, and both players are very even in supply. The Stalkers and Zealots are pushing their way into the 3rd. More Stalker reinforcements. These units are just not enough to hold him out. This is getting very deadly for Tbeezy, and he's going to lose... Oh my gosh, all these SCVs getting pulled to attack. Looks like they're trying to heal each other, but it's just not enough. Finally, the Zealots have been taken care of, and the Stalkers are now being attacked. They're low on health now and being chased out. Both players are still very even supplied. You can see these Warpins are just going to be so good. Tbeezy does have a 4th ready to be put down, but what's going to happen? This is getting pretty scary right now. And it looks like this Orbital Command is being chased off. Will it die? That would be very bad for Tbeezy right now. Sorry, that was big breath there. So he's trying to come in and save it, but the Zealots and Archon catch him unawares, and the Zealots are now just... That was a great move right there. Tbeezy lost the Orbital Command because he did not know that he was going to be flanked right there. Try to move out. You can see the 4th for TT1 is now totally secured, and it's pretty much instantly maxed right here. Getting down those assimilators and getting some defense. So that's a pretty smart move. TT1 is now pretty solid in his economy, whereas Tbeezy is almost mined out in his main base. He's going to have to do something about that pretty soon. All these probes, you can see they're being transferred over here. There is a drop over here. But a nice blink in there, taking out the medevac, and these Zealots are going to clean up this drop, though he did lose the pylon for whatever that means. Army here for Tbeezy is moving. You can see Tbeezy's production is actually doing very well. He's managing his spending. In the meantime, TT1 is just kind of jumping ahead, and then he's building 10 Zealots at a time. And that's okay. That's, you know, I do that sometimes. But it's probably not the best for a long-term plan. You want to make sure you're transitioning and tagging. You see, he's starting to get Immortals. He's going towards Colossi. He's getting +2/+3, so his upgrades are pretty much done, though Tim will be 3-3 a little bit beforehand, and he has quite a solid production, actually throwing out 2 CCs at the same time. So this is going to start looking pretty interesting as both players try to get a little lead. You can see the observer here is doing a little bit of awesome scouting, and Tbeezy is now looking to try to get in position to punish this fourth, but it looks like he's not going to quite be able to do that. He's moving here into the north, and what is going on here? Oh, it's a nuclear missile. It is a nuclear missile, folks, and this is a huge nuke because you can't really push up onto this ramp without taking a lot of damage, so he's just going to lose a lot of these cannons and stuff, and this nuke is going to go down and do a ton of damage, even killing Mr. Probe here, and pretty much breaking my computer. That was awesome. So taking out a lot of that defense here, and Tbeezy is moving into position now. If he can take out this base, he can do a lot of damage, but here is the Protoss army. It's ready to go. He's moving in. He's trying to get a good storm, and a huge EMP. It does take out quite a bit, but there are still 2 storms on the left. 2 storms left. Some snipes going down. This is very, very hairy, folks, and Tbeezy has landed his 4th finally, but this base is pretty safe right now, and he's trying to get some Colossus, anti-Colossus stuff going on right now. As the first and maybe, actually, no, the 3rd Colossus comes out. Oh, but a nice move in here. He does manage to pick off a number of SCVs, with actually a lot of SCVs with this, and taking out some of the bio forces as well, though reinforcements will be able to take out these last zealots. And finally, he should... Oh, he didn't see the pylon, so this is going to go on fine. But this ghost is ready, man. This ghost is ready, but does he have a nuclear missile? He does not. So that's a bummer, man. Click that button. And more zealots in position here to attack. It looks like both players are playing very defensively. TT1, of course, is just hugging this mineral line. And more zealots coming in here. Not going to do too much. Finally, he scouts the pylon. That's where all those zealots are coming from. And he's going to take it out with a small amount of forces. Looks like TT1's on the move, though. He's moving out. He's going to try to push into this position here. Use this pylon for reinforcements and get some damage done. This could be very, very hairy if Tbeezy doesn't engage just right. And in these late game armies, the position that you attack from, the angle of attack, the way that you have your units clumped up, can mean all the difference in the world, as the G-Man would say. These Marauders trying to get a little bit of damage, but they're not going to do too much against it. But here's the huge huge storm going down. Tbeezy not reacting to it, but he's still managing to do a lot of damage. These Vikings are trying to pick off the Colossi, not doing too well. They're starting to lower down the health, but you can see their little Colossi beams are doing so much damage. There's not a lot of medevacs here, so this bio is taking a lot of damage. But you know what? TT1's supply is plummeting. This 3-3 bio for Tim just did so well. You can see he has both upgrades. This 3 attack for T1 did not quite finish, so that damage was just too much for him to hold on to. Now Tbeezy's in a really good position to try to take out this 4th. RooTTone throwing down a 5th, perhaps, to ensure against it. But I think he's going to lose this base unless he can warp in some killer stuff. He's even getting shield upgrades right now, which is kind of useful. But he's going to have to rely on these storms, but they're not quite ready yet. The Templar are taking quite a lot of damage. I should get a better camera angle on this. Yeah, this Bioforce is doing a lot, taking out reinforcement units, taking out a ton of stuff. There's a huge storm on Vikings. Oh my gosh, 2 big storms. Don't move into it, Tbeezy, but it's not enough to kill the units. Will reinforcements be enough to kill? It looks like Tbeezy is just building more and more, taking out pylons, and finally starting to damage this Nexus. These probes are going to be very vulnerable right now. There is not much left for TT1, though it looks like he does have a War Prism going on, but oh my gosh, the Marines managing to take it out just in time, and TT1 GG's as he loses the Nexus. Tim with a nice victory here for the summer. I'll see you guys later.